Welcome to Whatever You Need, the channel where we dive deep into the world of entertainment, uncover untold stories, and bring you the discussions that everyone is secretly having but few dare to say out loud. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course, consider pressing the join button to become a special supporter of this community. Your comments and thoughts keep this family alive, so let's start today's story together. In the glittering universe of Turkish television and cinema, certain names rise above the rest, etching their legacies into the cultural memory of millions. Among these shining figures, three stand particularly tall: Elçin Sangu, Barış Arduç, and Güps Özay. Each has carved a place not only in the industry but also in the hearts of countless fans. Their artistry, charisma, and personal choices have made them subjects of fascination, admiration, and, inevitably, speculation. The most recent swirl of rumors revolves around an age-old theme that tabloids never grow tired of: jealousy, hidden emotions, and the blurred lines between screen chemistry and real-life relationships. Whispers suggest that Elçin Sangu, despite her radiant smile during the wedding of Barış Arduç and Güps Özay in October 2020, may have quietly harbored feelings that the cameras never captured. The wedding itself was a beautiful occasion, intimate yet unforgettable. It symbolized the culmination of a love story that had been quietly blossoming between Barış and Güps for years. Friends, colleagues, and fellow artists gathered to celebrate their union, and among them stood Elson, who greeted the day with warmth and sincere laughter. To every casual observer, she was the image of joy for her friends. Yet, as the celebrations faded and the photographs made their rounds online, new narratives began to take shape. Could there have been something more beneath her composed presence? Was the smile a mask that veiled emotions too complex to name? For fans who lived and breathed the phenomenal series Karalık ask, such questions are not far-fetched. The unforgettable pairing of Elson as Deft and Barış as Ömer created a storm of passion on screen that audiences found impossible to separate from reality. Their fictional romance felt so authentic, so magnetic, that many fans clung to the belief that this connection was more than scripted lines and staged moments. Fan pages, endless edits, and online communities were born from this very conviction. And even years after the series came to an end, the memory of that bond still lingered in the collective imagination. So, when Barış chose to marry Güps, who is not only a talented actress but also an accomplished writer and filmmaker, some hearts resisted acceptance. For these fans, the fairy tale ending they had imagined between Elson and Barış was suddenly shattered. Out of this disillusionment grew the theories. Perhaps Elson had been secretly in love, perhaps the wedding was bittersweet for her, and perhaps, beneath her professional smile, lay envy. As with most celebrity rumors, social media was the stage where speculation became wildfire. Headlines screamed jealousy, gossip magazines painted intricate stories, and digital whispers turned into bold statements. Yet the truth remains elusive, for Elçin Sangu herself has never lent her voice to such claims. One of the most distinctive qualities of Elson is her commitment to protecting her private life. Unlike many stars who address rumors, deny them, or even subtly confirm them, Elson chooses silence. That silence, paradoxically, speaks volumes. It shields her from the toxicity of gossip, but at the same time, it leaves ample space for others to invent their own interpretations. And isn't that the paradox of fame? Every word you say or don't say becomes a puzzle piece in someone else's story. People close to the trio, however, describe a very different reality. They insist that the bond between Elson, Baris, and Gups is grounded in respect and friendship, not rivalry. Industry insiders recall events where Elson and Gups exchanged warm gestures, smiles, and even laughs. Far from hostility, they suggest a cordial, supportive dynamic. In their eyes, the jealousy narrative says more about fans' inability to let go of a fictional romance than about any truth in the real lives of these stars. And here lies a deeper conversation worth having. Why is it that the professional success, independence, and happiness of a woman are so often overshadowed by her romantic status? For Baris, marriage is celebrated as a triumphant milestone. For Elson, her single status is twisted into a tale of supposed dissatisfaction. This double standard is not new, it is woven into the very fabric of celebrity culture, where women are too often measured not by their achievements, but by their proximity to a love story. Yet Elson's life and career tell another story entirely. With each project, she has expanded her range as an actress, proving her talent in both comedy and drama. She has won awards, critical praise, and most importantly, the loyalty of a vast fan base. Her focus on her craft, her independence, and her personal growth stands as a clear statement. Fulfillment does not always wear the shape of marriage. Sometimes it wears the glow of artistic triumph, the thrill of challenging roles, and the quiet strength of self-reliance. Meanwhile, Baris and Gups have carried on with their journey as a couple, exuding the comfort of a partnership built on trust and shared creativity. Gups herself has made it clear, through her work and her choices, that she is not content to be framed merely as the wife of Baris Ardak. She stands tall as a writer, a filmmaker, and a voice in Turkish cinema. Together, the two continue to thrive, largely undisturbed by the gossip that circles them. But no matter how much truth or silence exists, audiences will always chase the thrill of speculation. Stories of unspoken emotions, hidden rivalries, and secret disappointments capture the imagination in ways reality often cannot. Perhaps that is the true fuel behind these rumors, not evidence, but desire. The desire for drama, for hidden depths, for the possibility that what we saw on screen in Karalik Ask may still echo somewhere in real life. And now, dear viewers, the question turns to you. What do you think? Is Elçin Sangu a silent witness to emotions left unspoken? Or is this narrative nothing more than fans blurring the boundary between fiction and reality? Do you believe that her life and choices are shaped by envy? Or do you see in her story a woman dedicated to her own path, unconcerned by the private happiness of her colleagues? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget, if you enjoy these deep dives into the hidden corners of celebrity life, subscribe to whatever you need, hit that notification bell, and if you'd like to support us even more, consider pressing the join button. Your engagement fuels this channel and allows us to continue bringing you stories that go beyond the surface. In the end, perhaps the real lesson here is this: fame is not just about roles, awards, or box office numbers. It is about how every glance, every smile, and every silence becomes a canvas for others to paint upon. And as long as audiences hunger for stories, stars like Elson, Baris, and Gups will remain at the heart of conversations, whether or not those stories are rooted in truth. Thank you for watching whatever you need. Stay tuned for our next story, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, keep questioning, keep imagining, and keep celebrating the world of entertainment with us.